Well, happy Sunday again to everybody. Happy Sunday again. Happy Sunday again. And welcome, 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 welcome. Please make sure that you hit that like button. This is your boy, Chef Don Don. We are going to openly discuss some of the things that are going on, the sneak peeks of uh SWV and Escape, the Queens of R&B Honey Child. Yes, we are on episode 3 tonight. Episode 3 will air. And so we're just gonna have an open conversation about what they've given us thus far. And we're gonna talk about these sneak peeks. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but that music, it gets me right. Okay. I find myself doing a little twerking, a little something like that when I'm listening to that music. So hopefully that music energize you and get you right. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody that knows me, y'all know I'm gonna play that music as intro music, outro music. We gonna turn up. You know what I'm saying? Because music is just something that frees you. But what's going on? Happy Sunday to everyone. Please make sure you hit that like button as you come in. What's going on, Simply Elegant One? What's going on, Terry? See, I see Terry was come on, Gigi. Gigi was like, hey. Okay, what's going on, Spiritually Inclined? What's going on, Veronica? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's going on, Just Simply? Welcome back. What's going on, Ebony M? What's going on, Miss Mia? It is so glad to have you guys back with me as we discuss these sneak peeks and the show. So I have to say, Ebony M, I totally agree with you. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this show. I'm enjoying what they're giving us, right? Um, Now this tonight's episode may be a little bit heated, and I have a feeling that Twitter is going to be a blaze tonight. Okay, Twitter is going to be on a blaze tonight. But let's get into a couple of things. What's going on, Laura Karma? What's going on, Miss B? What's going on, Nikki P? What's up with you? What's up with you? I agree with you, Just Simply. I totally agree. I wish you had more episodes as well. I really do. We need more episodes. We do. Okay, so hold on one second. All right, so I'm gonna get everything pulled up here. I'm gonna get everything pulled up here, but the main thing that I want you guys to do is to like this video. The video has to be at a specific amount of likes before I get ready to drop the link, because I do want to hear what you guys have to say about what the show has given you thus far. If you're enjoying it, if you're not enjoying it, listen, these are opinions, okay? These are opinions, and opinions are just like what a-holes. We all have them, okay? But we're not about to fall out about no opinion. We not about to fall out about no opinion. A lot of us don't know these folks, okay? So yeah, we're not about to fall out about it. We're not about to fall out about it. But anyway, y'all. So again, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure that you hit that like button. OMFG Reality TV. Okay, shout out to OMFG Reality TV. You know, when we were having the award show, they consistently posted us, and so thank you so much for that. Did I speak to Laura Karma? How you doing, Laura Karma? It really is a good show. It's not contrived drama, it's real drama. There you go. It's real. It's real. I would like another season, and they needed 10 episodes. I said that yesterday. I said 10 episodes would have been great. Like an asshole. Everyone has That's right. That's right. What's going on, Omar? What's going on? Different points of view. That's it. That's it. We ain't got to fall out. We ain't got to fall out by our opinions. So I don't be knowing why people fall out about shows and stuff like that. For what? For what? Okay. So give me just a second. I'm about to pull up the first sneak peek. We ain't about to get into Miss Gloria just yet, okay? Because Miss Gloria is something else. But we about to get into the first sneak peek. So y'all know that the show was designed to be a tour for both groups, and that is SWV and Escape, right? And so right now, what's going on the internet is we've seen this sneak peek. And again, I'm going to have to watch the full episode to actually see what is going on. But I do find this sneak peek very interesting and very telling. Because what it looks like to us is it looks like Escape wants to headline this this tour, right? And since they want to headline this tour, we're talking about two super groups. We're talking about two super groups. And in my opinion, what's going on, Jamie? They should most definitely be co-headlining. That's what this was about. This is about two super amazing groups coming together and being able to co-headline. Like Escape shouldn't be able to ask to be no just the headliners, and then SWV be a special guest. That's not cool. We're not doing that. So then Don Juan decided to go on the internet this week and post something about Escape having a tour, and the special guest was SWV, but that was Escape's tour. So it's much different. You ain't about to sit up here and play in our face. Okay, that's what you're not about to do. So, with that being said, we are most definitely about to get into it. Oh my God. I just so happened to log on my Instagram, and the first thing that I saw was Tokyo Tony addressing um Black China through Jaguar Rights Company. Oh God, we got to get into it. We got to get into that a little bit later. But before we do any of that, give me just a second. I want to pull up Don Juan's post. Hold on, hold on, hold on. What's going on, everybody? As you come in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that like button. But give me just a second. I have to get ready to pull up his post because you know the people got it. The people got the post. He deleted it, but the people got the post. You can't come up here trying to make a point and your point be this irrelevant. Like you need to stay out the women's business. Okay. Shout out to the reality chat. They were able to capture this. They were able to capture this. So give me just a second. Let me share my screen here. All right, let me remove this thumbnail. I agree, Omar. I totally agree with you. And I think that, again, they need to be able to co-headline this thing together. So this is what Don Juan decided to put on Instagram. And I, y'all can say what y'all want to. This ain't the same thing. And I also feel like this is a slap and a disrespect to SWV. It is. It's a slap and a disrespect to SWV. We can honestly like both groups. But dude, you got online and decided to post this for what? Post this for what? SWV again was a special guest. What's your point? This is not the same thing. And I get what he was trying to he basically was trying to say when Coco said that they haven't been like a guest to anybody or anything like that. They're basically talking about tours. Either they're gonna be a special guest or they're gonna be co-headlining. That was the whole idea of the show, right? So what are we doing? So Don Juan decided to get his messy ass on the internet and have so much to say, okay? And I did call him messy, and I will continue to call him messy because that's exactly what you did, and you got ate up in every last one of them comments because you shouldn't have been saying that. You should have shut your mouth, okay? Because again, it's not the same thing. And this is a slap in the face. I mean, it's just a slap in the face. They again, it's the and listen, we're gonna keep it a book, okay? I like both groups, I do, but SWV has some more records. We're gonna hear Tiny in this. Well, me and Candy have been in reality TV for so long, but we're not selling no tickets to BravoCon. We're talking about R&B. We're talking about music. We're not talking about what you over here doing on reality TV. You know what I'm saying? We're not even talking about that. So for me, in that particular scene, we are going to have to see the full scene to understand what's going on. Because sometimes they release these sneak peeks just to get the people to talk about the show. I get it. But we can go based off of what they've shown us. Okay. So give me just 1 second. I'm gonna get ready to pull up this sneak peek. Of course, I'm gonna have to pause it, stop it, play audio, play some of the video. This just the way that they are. So give me 1 second here. Oh, wait. Um, Sorry, I thought I was still sharing my screen. What's going on to everybody that is just coming in here? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Okay, so this is coming from OMFG Reality TV. Like I said, we are going to stop, play, stop, play, stop, play, because they ain't fit to get me. Okay. So let's take a listen.
Last tour we did, we were headlining our own tour. So
Okay, so last tour we did, we were headlining our own tour. Candy, even the way you opened this up, I have to just disagree with you because this is not just about escape. This is not just about escape at all. Okay. Um, And okay, so y'all kind of know the voices. You guys kind of know the voices. I just don't want them taking this video down. So let's keep listening.
How is this going to go when it comes to billing?
I think it needs to be co-headlining. That avoids any feelings issues. I just think it needs to be. You have two legendary R&B groups. It should be co-headlining to keep it moving.
Well,
And that is honestly how it should be. It should be co-headline, like literally co-headline. Both of y'all are headlining this thing. Let's keep listening. Okay, so that's Kandi speaking to. I don't know if if these are the promoters or who's supposed to be managing the show. I'm not sure who exactly these two guys are, but everybody is literally in a circle. It's Kandi, then next to Kandi is Tamika, next to Tamika is Taj, next to Taj is Tasha, next to Tasha is Coco, next to Coco is Tiny, and then Lily's on the end. Let's keep listening.
it's collaborative. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, like our group, we still feel like we want to still have top billing on our tour.
What the hell is this?
So now you have Taj in her confessional saying, "What the hell is this?" Because again, it seems like in this scene they were bombarded with this information or this bit of whatever Kandi is talking about at this particular point. They do look thrown off guard. That's for Taj, Coco, and Lily. SWV as a whole looks thrown off guard.
On your tour? On your tour?
Any tours that we're on.
We gonna pay.
Okay, so Kandi is saying any tours that they're on. That's not true. That's not true. Kandi, that's not true. That's not true because there have been some tours that you guys are doing right now where you have not been the full headliner of their particular tour. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. And okay, anyway, I'm gonna keep playing it. And then Coco is like, "Oh, well, we out." Coco don't even want you explaining it because what you're not about to do is play in our face. So I'm totally with Coco. I'm totally with Coco.
Pass. This show, we should co-headline.
Okay.
It was the okay for me. Because at the end of the day, Kandi, you come on now. Come on now, Kandi. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I'm exactly with Coco. You're not about to play in our face. You're not about to play in our face. We done sold millions and millions of records. And if we're going to talk about it, we done sold more records than y'all have. Let's just keep it a buck. We're going to keep it a buck. We're going to talk about it. We're going to keep it all the way 100. Okay? There's no way that you can. No, absolutely not. Like, let's do better than this. Like, what are we doing? No. I felt like, again, this was disrespectful to SWV. And then that okay was very dismissive. Okay. Like, no, you're not about to dismiss my feelings, and you're not about to dismiss the feelings of SWV as a whole. And I felt like that's what Kandi was doing.
Girl, do you know who you're talking to? This is SWV. We've sold how many records compared to your 7 million? Girl, bye.
It's really a celebration. It's not about egos. It's not about my tour, your tour. It's a celebration of all of us together.
I totally agree with Lily in this instance. If this is supposed to be a celebration, we're all supposed to be together. Why in the world would y'all just think that y'all are the only ones that's co-headlining this thing? Like, no, we should be working together. We should honestly be working together. And I really feel like, again, this was a slap in the face. Let's be very clear. Taj nor Coco live in Atlanta. Neither one of them live in Atlanta. Coco is in Virginia. Taj is in Nashville. So there's absolutely no way. If I had to spend some money to get on down here, get to this meeting, and we have a conversation, and y'all ambush me with the fact that y'all think that y'all are the only ones that's that's headlining this thing, is whack. That's whack. That's absolutely whack. And you know what this reminds me of? Candy didn't want Marlo playing with her, saying that she was only known in certain circles. Okay, you didn't want her doing that. So why would you do that to SWV? I'm just keeping it a buck. We just keeping it all the way a buck. Why would you do that to SWV? But you didn't want nobody singling you out, saying that you wasn't famous or that you wasn't known or anything like that. You can't do that to this well-known group. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Y'all don't want to co-headline?
I mean, that wasn't really what we were thinking about doing before. And this is not having anything to do with you guys personally. Don't get me.
No. You can't say that this don't have anything to do with us personally, because that is personal. That's personal. If I can't work with y'all together, like if we can't literally work together, then I am going to take this personal. I most definitely are going to take this personal. Like, we need to co-headline this thing, and that's just what it is. Absolutely. They've had tours overseas that, I'm sorry, but just keeping it a buck, Escape ain't done. Escape ain't seen some of those places. So we're just gonna keep it all the way 100.
Me
No,
wrong.
no,
It's
no,
no
go ahead.
disrespect to y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all music, and we respect y'all. You know what I mean? But realistically, we have been headlining our shows
Since you came back
right
as a group. Yeah.
right.
There was a little shade from Tosh since you came back as a group. But no, I mean, Candy, you keep talking about what y'all do as a group, but we talking about a whole nother group. And why would we be having this joint meeting together if we can co-headline? Like, now, don't play with my time. Don't play with my time.
SWV has major hits, but do they have the fan base or
Tiny. When Tiny said this, I got really activated. Girl, shut up. We're not going to BravoCon. We talking about a tour between two R&B groups, two great R&B groups. We're not talking about BravoCon. We're not talking about no reality TV awards. We ain't talking about none of that, girl.
the following that we have? No. People watch me, Candy, on TV doing our thing. Then they find out, oh, these girls sing.
Girl, what? Again, another slap in SWV's face, because let's be clear. Although y'all have had a specific show, although Candy is on the Housewives, SWV is not new to reality TV. Like, what are you talking about? That sounds so stupid. They're gonna eat Tiny up tonight. They're gonna eat Tiny up tonight.
So that fan base is millions and millions and millions of followers more.
That's fine. And what I'm saying,
Millions and millions and millions of followers more. We talking about your reality TV fan base versus what you bring to the stage. That don't correlate. That don't add up. Girl, shut the hell up.
is
That
this
was
is one night. When y'all do your tour, you can headline all day. But for this one night, we need to co-headline.
I agree with Taj 100%. If it's going to be one night, what's the big deal about us co-headlining together? We're going to sell this arena out if people see us co-headlining, being together. We're going to sell this place out. We're going to sell these tickets. These tickets is going to go. You hear what I'm saying? Like, Candy, in my opinion, that it was a bit foul. It was definitely a bit foul. And I can totally feel how, or totally get how SWV is feeling in regards to that. Okay. All right. So let's get into the second sneak peek. Now, the second sneak peek gonna get y'all activated, I'm sure. Now, this second sneak peek is of Tamika and Miss Glory, her mother. They're speaking about what happened a couple of nights before when Tamika stormed out. Okay, so let's take a listen at this. This is what's on the right hand side of the screen. This is a snapshot from the actual scene. So let's take a listen, because I have a lot to say about this. I do. And I just want to check and see if y'all get what I get from this. Let's go.
The last time we talked, it really broke my heart.
You know they stole my money. Ain't nobody stole it. You know they did.
You tell me what is really going on between you, me, and Tasha.
Because you
Why
always show favoritism, Mom. It's been
I show favoritism?
yes, ma'am.
In what way do I show favoritism?
You allow her to express herself.
I allow her to express herself because she do not come at me in a disrespectful way.
When it comes to escape business, you're not the fifth member.
You're wrong when you disrespect me. You're wrong when you talk to me in a kind of way. Okay, I am the fifth.
Girl, first of all, telling you you are not the fifth member is not disrespectful. It's facts. It's facts. You ain't in escape. Stay out of escape business. Stay out of escape business. Girl, you is not the fifth member. Listen to the rest of what she about to say. Gaslighting, manipulating, and again, showing her daughter that she definitely sides with Tasha. Let's listen.
Fifth member. When I first put that microphone in your hand when you was a little girl, I am the fifth member.
Girl. See, this is, wait, let's finish listening because I'm about to eat this woman up. Let's finish listening.
When your daddy walked out on me and he didn't care whether we swim or sank.
Okay, let's be clear. See, that right there, that's the reason. That right there is the reason, y'all. That's the reason. Somebody tell me that's the reason right now. Did y'all hear what she had to say about their father? Did you hear what she had to say about their father? So what happened between you and their dad has absolutely nothing to do with them and their adult life and how they operate in their adult life because they have moved on. You're still hurt and bitter about what happened between them, their father, and yourself. Don't drag them kids in there because again, they in their adult life, in their child, they don't have nothing to do with it. They have absolutely nothing to do with it. Well, Omar, what I was able to look up is Tamika actually has a better relationship, I'm assuming, with the father than Tasha does. But that doesn't give you the excuse to literally throw up in Tamika's face what happened with the dad. You don't have no reason to do that. I want parents to stop gaslighting and manipulating their children in regards to what they've done as far as their actions. Stop gaslighting and manipulating your children because your children, number one, ain't asked to be here. And number two, they ain't got nothing to do with what happened between you and your spouse or whoever. Stop doing that. That's foul. That's just inappropriate, like all the way through. That does not make you the fifth member because you put a mic in their hand and they started singing. That don't make you the fifth member. Move on. This lady is pathetic. I'm sorry. That's just what it is.
I am the fifth member. How about that?
I think a lot of my mom's hurt comes from her and my father's divorce.
See, and I don't like that. Stop gaslighting your children about what happened between you and this man. What do they have to do with your kids at the end of the day? You are manipulating your children into, again, and let me say this. This woman is not the only person that does that. There are a lot of mothers out here that manipulate, gaslight, and dislike their children based off of the actions of their father, which have absolutely nothing to do with that child. Stop gaslighting that child. Stop putting that child in that type of situation because it ain't right. It ain't right. Stop it. Like, really? You gonna blame you not working out with that man on the child? Get out of here. I am the fifth member. No, you not.
She was a housewife. And when they broke up, it was like we had to struggle. We went through a lot. I really don't think she healed from that.
I don't deserve disrespect. Oh,
that girl did not disrespect you. She did not disrespect you. And that's another thing. And I really get tired. And I've always said this. When you are having a conversation with your parent and you call your parent out on their bluff, that does not mean that you are being disrespectful. Y'all don't know how to accept the fact that you are wrong. And I should be able to have that communication level with you to let you know when you're wrong. Just because you the mama and the daddy don't mean that you always do everything right. You are wrong. Walk in your wrongness, apologize, and move on. You are wrong. I get activated because my mama just like this, child.
No, never.
I feel like I get beat up on because when my mom looks at me, she see my dad. I'm a daddy's girl.
See, I just told y'all. She just told us that she's a daddy's girl. That's why this lady don't see it for Tamika. And that is foul and wrong. And what I hate is that it's taking this actual show to bring that out of her. I do hate that. I hate that because it's not right. I'm calling you out on your bluff and you mad about it and want to throw up what you went through with my father. I ain't got nothing to do with that. If I got a relationship with you over here and I got a relationship with him over here, it don't got nothing to do with you. And stop putting it on me. Like, this lady is
We act just alike.
I'm that silent member that keep you and Tasha together.
No, mama.
You keep her and Tasha together? No, you don't. No, you don't. You have caused one of the biggest rifts between them. And you saying that you have kept them together? Get out of here, y'all. I'm sorry. I know Tamika and Tasha don't want nobody eating their mama up, but they mama deserve every bit of it. Absolutely. I'm sorry. They deserve it. She deserves it.
That show you right, tell you right from wrong, whether you want
always
to
tell
believe
me
it or
I'm
not.
wrong, mama. You
Tamika,
that fifth member that
somebody
tells
got
me
to tell
I'm wrong.
you.
But I'm not always wrong, mama.
Tasha is crushed at you.
No, she's not.
I'm
No,
telling
she's
you,
not,
you
Mom.
done talked about her husband.
Only time I say anything about him when he insert himself into my business.
Tamika, if you can sleep at night. And
I can
feel like-
sleep at night.
Yes, if
He
you
in my business. He taking money from me and my family. But if I can sleep
ain't
at
nobody
night,
taking money from you.
This lady, no, for real, y'all. This lady is this ain't it. This is not it. This is not it. I really again hate that this is coming out on TV, but if this is what is driving Tamika to understand that sometimes, unfortunately, you do have to cut family off. As much as it hurts sometimes, because you really want to be there for your family, you want to be that peacemaker, you want to be that person in the family that everybody comes to, and sometimes you don't want to be that, but that's just what the nature of your personality seems to bring. But I'm gonna tell y'all tonight, Tamika and Tasha, y'all better hold on to y'all wigs and tell Mama Gloria to hold on to their wig that ought to be in the trash, because baby, they pulling edges tonight. I'm just saying they pulling edges tonight, because at the end of the day, when I call my parents out on their bluff, that does not mean I'm being disrespectful. That's the part that I don't understand. And I used to have to deal with that when it came to my biological mother. She was the same way. Oh, well, you're not about to disrespect me. No, I'm not disrespectful to you, and I'm not coming to you in a disrespectful way. I'm just letting you know that what you're doing right now is wrong. It's wrong. And I think parents need to be able to accept that from their kids. Because number one, when you was coming up, it was a lot different. You see what I'm saying? Now we are in 2023. Y'all gotta stop doing that. And she's not the only one, because let me tell you something. This narcissistic way of thinking, these delusions, these things that she's trying to put on the back of her children, I've seen this too many times. They is snatching wigs tonight. Baby, they snatching edges, they snatching wigs, they snatching everything tonight on their Twitter. Listen, if y'all don't got Twitter, just make you a Twitter so you can put it in the hashtag the queens of R&B tonight. Let me tell y'all something. Every week that I have tweeted, literally every one of my tweets have went viral, right? Listen, I wanted people to literally hear what this lady is saying. This lady is hurt and have not healed from what has happened between her and their father, and she wants to drag Tamika through because Tamika has a great relationship with her father. That's delusions. That's delusions. It ain't right. It's not right whatsoever. And so in this particular situation, I do feel for Tamika. I do. There's 52 people in here and 32 likes. Can y'all go ahead and hit that like button? I know some of y'all may have forgot, but can y'all hit that like button? And I'm getting ready to drop the link here in a minute once those likes get up, just to hear what you guys have to say in regards to these sneak peeks. And we are going to be sure to watch the episode tonight. Okay. We are going to be sure to watch the episode tonight. Most definitely. We're gonna watch tonight. Oh, we're gonna watch tonight. We're gonna watch tonight. You know what? You know what I may do? I may have a watch party tonight. Let's see. I may have a little old watch party tonight. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Because I'm gonna do my review on tomorrow. But yeah, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Don't be afraid to click this link. Listen, if you would like to bless the channel, and you are enjoying this this content, please go ahead and do the same. Please go ahead and do the same right down below. Right down below. Okay. So give me just a second. I'm about to drop the link. And then we just gonna have an open conversation about this thing, okay? We're gonna have an open conversation about this thing. Please, 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 please make sure you join Patreon, because that is going to be the only place that I'm going to drop that link, okay? The only place, unfortunately, that I'm gonna drop that link where we might watch it live, okay? Patreons, you'll know because you'll get a notification. I got to figure out how we're gonna do it, but I think we're gonna do it. I most definitely think we're gonna do it. Let's see here. Oh, I meant to exit that. Okay, so let me drop this link here. Okay, y'all get them likes up, please. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. I know sometimes we forget. We forget. But I've been bringing y'all good content. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Please be respectful to the platform. There is the link in the comment section below. And if you guys have some things that you want to say, now I ain't gonna be waiting on y'all all day though. I will say that. But if y'all want to come up, come on up. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But again, I'm gonna say this. I don't like the manipulative ways that Miss Gloria has. I don't. I've never been able to rock with that. I never have. And it almost makes me wonder if you're able to put your girls and pin your girls up against each other, and you saying that you the reason why Tasha and Tamika are together. No, you are literally driving a wedge between your children when there doesn't that doesn't have to be the case at all. Yeah, I'm in shock how they treated SWV as well. But what I will say though is we got to watch the full episode to be able to, get context based off of that clip. That's just how I feel based off of that clip. And when it comes to Miss Gloria, I don't need to see no full clip to see the context of that. She said what she said in that clip. But as far as like Kandi and Xscape, I would again like to see the whole thing to draw a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see a whole thing to draw a conclusion. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Lord Karma? How you doing?
Hi, I thought I'd break the ice and start it off. I can't see the show over in the UK for some reason. Because I get the channels free, like to watch online, and I still can't get it. But from what the clips I've seen and what they've shown on YouTube, there's something going on with this mother. It looks like they've had a messy breakup, and she's never getting over it, and she's stuck in some sort of like time warp.
Mm-hmm.
And she's taking it out on the girls. You've got one of them who's married to a guy who's having affairs all over the shot. That just goes to show she's very insecure. The other one's breaking down on camera in front of her about money issues, what they've went and done, and family dynamics. And then you've got the mother screaming her head off, talking down to them as though like a bull to the slaughter with these girls. And it's just like, you don't behave like this with your children. It's just like, what is going on? It's just like, it's the worst thing you can do. You can see those girls have issues. You can just see
You
it.
can.
And you know where it's coming from. Her, she should have had therapy when she split with the ex to sort out her problems, because it looks like she's used them as punch bags, and they've grown up with problems now.
Yeah, but you know, this goes on in the Black community for sure. You know, when the mother breaks up from the father, especially her age bracket, you know what I'm saying? When the mother divorces from the father, most of the time it's not in a good way, you know what I'm saying? And so then the child has to pick sides and they have to figure out what to do. But the problem that I have with her is you are literally gaslighting your children into whatever issue that you and your husband had, or boyfriend, whatever he was. I don't know what he was, but their father. Whatever the situation is, you cannot use that situation to gaslight your girl and to honestly pin your girls up against each other. You're the same woman who said that Tamika was jealous of Tasha. Where?
The thing is, John, it happens in white families as well. My parents had the most messiest divorce, and they split when I was around about 9-10-year-old, and they kept it going all the way up to my 30s before my father got Alzheimer's. Then she couldn't argue with him because obviously he's got Alzheimer's, you know. And then my mum realised I really shouldn't have put you through all that, her pain, and my father knew it as well. And so it happens with all parents. They just need, I think it's the way people have been brought up and how they were raised.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the olden days, it was like, don't you dare speak or you get a whack or you're running for your life, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it seems like the parents were like aggressive because they were having to work the backsides off, and they didn't have time for the kids really. So they took the aggression out on the kids, and that's not the way to be. Because at the end of the day, you're growing them kids up to be better forms of what you were, you know what I mean? And that's not the way to go. And you can clearly see it in the mother's voice. I mean, I never, like I said before, I was quite shocked with the way Candy and Tanya was going on with SWV. I know who SWV is, and I'm over in the UK. I never ever heard of Escape until I seen Candy on Raw. So for me, SWV is worldwide. That song right here, it's like timeless. Everyone knows it. You know what I mean? Like back in the 90s, everyone knows that track.
Did y'all hear what Laura Palmer just said? Laura Palmer just said that he's you in the UK, right? That's what you just said, right? Okay, so he's over in the UK, and he stated that he didn't know anything about Escape, but he knew about SWV. So that ought to tell you a lot right there.
That's why I used to laugh me back off when Candy used to say, I'm worldwide. Going on like that, but really?
But you know what? And that's the reason why I said for Candy to she don't want nobody coming at her telling her that she not worldwide, that she not famous. So how in the world do you expect for SWV to respect you and respect what you saying about them when literally you just walked in that meeting and literally slapped them in the face twice?
It's the other thing as well. It's about like back in the day, there used to always be there can only be one top female singer. And it was like always competing, like there can only be. It was back in the day, like the likes of Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Madonna, all that crap, and then it trickled down to like Rihanna and people like that, and Beyonce and all that stuff with Aaliyah and everything like that. I'm going back where it used to be always playing one off against the other, Blue Cantrell, everyone like that. It used to be always games. Why can't these women show the world we coming together as a collective and have respect for each other and doing it the right way, especially when they're in the 50s, like 40s and 50s.
Listen, that's what I've been saying. Like, you old, y'all getting old. Why in the world
Exactly.
is y'all sitting up here with all of this high school and middle school drama? Come on now.
And this is women what's always degraded over in America, because I heard them about the low pay rates and stuff like that. And this is the way you're treating another like group of women. Like, come on, get it together. Like, look
Yeah,
at
I agree.
yourself.
Hey, making your headache.
Good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to say that having parents, like having these old school black parents, my mother was one of those, and I love my mother. She is an amazing woman, but she was one of those women that the man is always right. My father has a lot of old trauma and drama in his life from the way that he was raised. So he pitted us against each other. When he was upset, the whole house was upset. And
Mm,
saying something to him like your opinion, being a child that was never able to speak their mind, because my mom would say, "Oh, don't say anything back to him." He would say very mean things just because he's upset and he's hurt, and he would push that onto us. And that's what this mother is doing. And it's so sad because as a child, I always felt like I never had a voice. So what I said I was going to do when I had my child, and I had a child at 20, I was going to allow her to speak. What I learned by doing that is you have to have a lot of uncomfortable conversations with your kids
oh my God. Oh
Mhm.
my
because
God.
they have opinions. And I thought, yes, I was a young mother. Yes, I was a single mother, but I thought I was doing things. I thought I was doing the best things. But sometimes my decisions affected her negatively. And
Mm,
I had to listen to her tell me, "Mama, I don't like this. Mama, why are you doing this? Mama, that doesn't make me happy." And there were moments I had to come and cry by myself and get myself together because I can't put my BS on my child because my poor decision making skills, the person I chose to have a child by, a lot of the things I did are not her fault.
Yeah,
And that's what this mother does. She is taking a heartbreak that happened 20 something years ago and still holding on to it because Tamika has a good relationship with her father. I can't, baby, me and my baby daddy done went through it. He done pulled a gun on me, I done stabbed him. It's been a lot. But the one thing I could not do is I cannot make my daughter hate half of who she is because I
Mm,
hate who he is.
mm.
It ain't right. It
Wow.
ain't fair. And I had to learn it. I was young. I had my baby at 20 years old, but I had to understand you cannot make her hate half of who she is. If I'm running around saying he ain't is, he ain't S, he ain't S, he ain't nothing, then how the hell can I build her up and tell her she's worth something if I'm telling you the person you came from ain't nothing?
exactly.
right.
Better
It
speak
ain't
on it.
right. It's the uncomfortable conversations have to happen. My daughter is 24. I am 44. And baby, to this day, my daughter sat me down and said, "Mama, I'm watching you die and it's pissing me off.
Ooh.
Mm.
I
Wow.
have
Ooh.
congestive heart failure. I have keratoconus. For about 7 years of my life, I was in and out the hospital. And I'm talking about every 2, 3 months I was in the hospital. And one day she looked at me and she said, "You were really starting to piss me off."
Ooh.
Wow.
And I looked at her, I said, "Excuse me." I'm in my mama, like, "Excuse me, who you talking to?" She said, "I'm watching you die. I am your daughter and I'm taking care of you. That is not fair." She
Ooh.
didn't go away to college. She stayed and went to a JC because I was in the hospital. She said, "If I go to school away and somebody calls me and tells me you're dead, how the hell am I supposed to deal with that?" She was like, "How do I process that
Wow.
anger and that pain? Because you don't give a damn about you, but I got to deal with that." She was like, "You need to get your shit together so I can live my life." Uncomfortable conversations. I didn't want to hear it.
Macon, I think
Wow.
she's what needs to get her shit together to help you.
I had to sit in my own mess to realize I was hurting her. And it took a lot.
Mhm.
Baby, it ain't easy. And I'm still working on it to this day. But I'm watching something play out that played out in my life that I tried to change. And I also know how hard it is to change it. Like that
Same
mama got to
here.
really sit in her mess because that's her mess. That's not Tamika's mess.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you brought that up because hey, T Talk with your girl. I promise I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get
I'm
Okay,
to you.
sorry.
yeah, I'm
Happy
Wait,
patient.
I'm
Sunday.
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm sorry. I was running my mouth.
Oh,
I'm
you
sorry. I'm
didn't do
finished.
No, no, no,
anything.
no.
Please don't
No, you
apologize.
good. You good. You good. But I wanted to elaborate on that a little bit. Uh, okay, so most of you guys know that I'm adopted, right? And well, if you don't know now, you know. And my adopted mother was a very sickly person. And the crazy thing about it was I didn't get an opportunity to grow up until after I graduated. And let me make that make sense to y'all. Did I regret being my mother's caregiver? I absolutely did not. However, I did feel like I didn't have an opportunity to be a child and get anything done as a child because I felt like, again, I'm having to take care of my mother. I'm having to take care of this. I used to have aunts and uncles who used to get so upset when I would ask for people to outside of the family to help me because they weren't helping me. And so it was heavy. So when you said that making your headache, really honestly, if I probably would have been able to communicate certain things, I wouldn't have felt the way that I did about it. You know what I'm saying? Do I regret it? I don't. But I would have to say that it kept me from being a young person and being able to grow up and be, you know what I'm saying? Be able to
Hmm.
do the things that young people are able to do. I couldn't do that. Going to college, it felt like it wasn't an option for me because again, here I am through my later senior years of high school taking care of my mother, not getting
Hmm.
the opportunity to get scholarships, not getting the opportunity to get different things to help pay for college or to help do anything. So when I went to college to take that ACT and what is the SAT and ACT test, I
Hmm.
kept failing it because I didn't have an opportunity as a child to literally be able to grow up because here I am being a caregiver for my mother when my aunts and uncles are over here sitting on their ass and doing nothing, not trying to help, but got so much to say. You know what I'm saying? So I had to throw that in there when you were having that conversation because
Hmm.
that's real. That's real. When you
Hmm.
literally take in what your child is saying, that is real. So
It
so
it
yeah, I just
hurt.
had to
It
throw that out
hurt.
there.
It hurt like hell. But what it did do is I had to understand what I was doing to her. And the one thing I tried to give her the opportunity to do that I didn't have is I knew I didn't feel heard. So I had to hear her. And the only reason you didn't speak up and try to get help is because you didn't feel like they would hear you,
Yeah.
even if you asked. So when you went outside and asked other people to help you, they got offended rather
Hmm.
than realizing you're a child taking on adult responsibilities, which makes you negate your own.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Have
T
you
Talk, what's going on? What's going on? Good morning. Good was it
Good
afternoon? Good
morning, good
afternoon. Good
morning,
afternoon.
Chef, and good morning, Lord Karma, and making your headache. I came up here this morning because I thought I was going to come up here to talk about SWV and their mama, but then making your headache started talking, and then it brought me back to something that happened in my very own house this morning. So I have my two grandkids here, and my husband came up with a dad who, well, we both did. The parents that didn't let you talk, didn't let you speak, right? Now, Chef, I wasn't adopted, but what I was given away. I'm the youngest of seven, and I guess my mom got to the point where this is too many kids, so my grandmother ended up raising me, right?
Mhm.
So in my grandmother's house, I could express my feelings, but at my mother's house, I could not. And so that meant that I walked around for years with a lot of pain and bottled up, like, why me? Why did y'all give me away? Like, I watched them raise six other kids, but if I tried to ask why, I was chastised or told I was being rebellious. So my both of my parents died, and neither one of them ever told me why. So my thing was when I had kids, and I have five kids and 18 grandkids, that
Look at you, grandma. Come on.
all of
18.
those kids and grandkids would be able to freely talk to me. I want you to freely tell me if Nana is making you uncomfortable, if somebody else is making you uncomfortable. They are people too. And the only way that they will learn to grow is if they are free to express themselves. So when I told my husband that this morning, he was like, no, they're kids. They need to, nuh-uh. I'm like, listen, they're kids, but they are people. And we are their first teachers, right? Because they're kids. So we have to allow them to express themselves. And when we don't, we stifle their growth. On top of that, piggybacking about not being able to grow up, it's the same thing when you have kids like me. I had 5. When you make that oldest one or whichever one stay back, babysit, take care of this, take care of that, also you're taking away their ability to, again, like you said, in high school, grow. When you're in high school, there's certain things. I work in a high school. There's certain things that you should be doing that will help you pass those SATs and those ACTs. But if you were a caregiver at that time, then I can truly understand why you weren't able to successfully get good grades on those tests, because you do have to study a lot to be able to do it.
Yeah, and I didn't have time. I did not
Yeah,
have time.
yeah. You wouldn't have been able to have time being in high school being a caregiver, you know. So I can relate, and I can also relate to you making your headache. And I'm glad you came up here this morning and talked about that, because a lot of people don't understand that they should be allowing their children to speak and express themselves and, learn to grow. And also Lord Karma was talking about how, well, you, I think, said it first, Chef, about the Black community and the divorce thing. Same thing with my mom and dad. They divorced. And guess what? We kids did not learn my dad's family, because my mother said, he's trash, his family's trash, y'all not going over there. I met my cousins on my dad's side when I was in my 20s.
Oh,
Do you
wow.
know how easy that could have been? I live in the county, the same county. I could have went and slept with one of my very own cousins,
Oh, I got a
because my
story on that.
mom said, you're not dealing with them people. By the grace of God, we never did, but it could have happened because you married this man, you love this man, you had kids with this man, and now you want to X out him and his whole family from his children. And that is wrong too. When you have kids with someone, regardless of how you feel about that person, if you break up or you guys don't work out, like she said, that's still a half of your child. So if you tell them that your daddy over there, he trash, what do you think that's making the kid feel too? Be honest. What do you think they thinking? Oh, well, dang, I must be some trash too if that's my dad.
T. Do you know what? Do you know when you were saying like you weren't allowed to speak and you allow like kids to speak their mind and stuff like that? With the situation with my dynamic, how I treat it is, if my sisters kick off and argue, I take the nieces and nephews out of the room and take them outside, far away, like to a park or something to play until they get this settled down. Then I'll phone them up and just say, have you sorted your bitching out? Because the kids don't want to hear this. And I take them out the situation, because I know from being a child, when someone in the family is calling one of your parents, you have to feel a certain way about it. And it puts you in a difficult situation as a kid, and you feel too much. And people don't understand. Kids see a lot and they feel too much. And then they grow up with insecurities, and they do. And what I do is I take the kids out of that situation altogether, because it just reminds me when I was a kid. So they're not seeing that the best I can. And then I'm telling them off when the kids are asleep.
No,
You're trying to keep them away from the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
important.
what happens a lot of times in a situation like this Mama G situation, what she's doing is still taking her hurt and trying to push her hurt on somebody else instead of dealing with it. I don't know
Yep.
why her and that man got divorced. I have no idea, and it ain't my business. But it's her business to deal with it so she can move on. Because at this point, these women are in their 40s. And you still running around mad about a man that obviously has seemed to have left you at least 20 something years ago, because it has to be at least 30 years ago. Because I don't think they were together when Escape first came out. Like, this kind of anger and foolishness seems like it's been going on a long time. And for you to say, I'm the fifth member of the group, no, ma'am. Be my
I
mama.
think
Cheer me
I think
on.
she's
Just sit over
angry
there.
because Tamika has a relationship with the man, and in
Oh,
her
Yes,
eyes,
absolutely.
yes,
she
yes,
Absolutely.
wanted her to part ways with him when she parted ways with him, not
absolutely.
Hmm.
realizing that's her dad, so she doesn't have to part ways with him.
And I think she
He didn't
looks like
want
him.
you, or whatever the case was, so that don't make him not want his child. And then
Hmm.
Latasha just took her mom's side. That's the same thing again in my family with the divorce. My sister was the only one who was around my father's family because my sister was rebellious and she refused to not
Hmm.
spend time with my dad. So she would leave out the house and meet my dad somewhere, and my dad would take her wherever he went. But the rest of us were too scared because we knew we would get our tails whooped.
Hmm.
She'd take a tail whooping. She didn't care.
And if you
She
look
was
at
going to see her
Latasha,
daddy.
looking at Tasha and looking at her dynamic with her husband, it almost seems as if Tasha doesn't want to have a divorce, so she'll accept anything just to have something.
Oh yeah, she ain't even
Child, don't
right.
even talk about that.
You can see, you can
Tasha
Oh
see
don't
my
even
her
right.
gosh.
insecurity. You can see her insecurity from a mile off. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
the Pratt who she's married to, and then he's having affairs, and she's coming forward. One of them is claiming that she's pregnant and stuff. It's
Hmm.
ridiculous. And then the other one's breaking down in her 40s in front of her mother, can't handle the situation of what it's going through. You can see the flaws. And it's just like, what's the mother doing? Screaming at them.
What gets me is the word disrespect. I think that word disrespect is completely overused. An opinion is not disrespectful. Because I disagree with you does not mean I'm being disrespectful.
No.
Tone is everything, the words are everything, but she wasn't saying anything disrespectful. She was saying something you didn't want to hear. That's the difference.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, and that's why I have to completely say like, yo, when your child is coming to have a conversation with you, doesn't mean even if they call you on your bluff, okay? And sometimes that's just what it is. You're not always right, baby. You're not always right, and that is okay. That is okay. You're human, and it is
Exactly.
a human character flaw that sometimes we just not right, and being called out about it is just what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like we just can't we can't do it. I know a lot of y'all probably want to talk about a whole lot of mess today, but I'm glad the conversation has diverted to sometimes we need to have these conversations to you know what I'm saying to make us feel better because we
I
make us think
totally
we is
agree.
not
Hmm.
crazy.
I
Okay.
totally agree.
Um
Mhm.
and I see they just I just again I feel bad for Tamika and I really hate that this show has to be the way that you see how your family is behaving around you. You see what I mean? Like, I just hate that it has taken all these years to see how manipulative her mom is to her. It's hurtful to see. But I will say this: I am excited to see the third episode. Um, I mean, I know we've been eating candy them up about what they done said about SWV and about them headlining. I do want to see the whole scene. I want to see how it ends up because I'm very curious again how this is gonna go. I'm so curious how this is going to go. But y'all, I appreciate y'all for coming up. I do,
Oh
I
my
do.
gosh, thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Absolutely,
you. Thank you.
absolutely. So I don't know if you guys are in Patreon. However, I will be dropping the link and I'm going to figure out a way. That's why I'm gonna get off of here so I can figure out a way that we can all watch this together. Um, if y'all want to. Okay, y'all are more than welcome to join us.
I'm
We will
already
be
in your Patreon, so I definitely would like to watch it. Yeah, with you. That would be
okay,
nice.
okay, cool, cool, cool. So I'll
Hmm.
be figuring it out and I'll drop the link in Patreon and we'll watch it together. We'll watch it
Sounds
together,
like a plan.
see what we're gonna do, and we'll go from there. We'll definitely go from there.
All right, sounds good.
All
I
right,
just,
happy
I,
Sunday to y'all. Thank you, Lord Karma, for coming up. Cause see, I don't think you've ever been up on my platform before.
no, I just hope that Candy turns around and apologizes to that group and gets a head out of her ass.
Now I will agree with that. Like I agree again, feel like that was a huge slap in SWV's face. And most people, even people that are fans of Candy have said, like, Candy, that ain't right. That ain't right. That is not right. So yeah.
Candy know SWV is bigger than Escape, but I think the problem is that the show is on Bravo,
Yeah,
and that
and
is home
she the
for
one brought the
Candy.
show up. Yep. That's
Yeah,
true. That's true.
But
and that's what I think it is.
I think Candy has gone so far beyond Escape herself, and she's gone so far beyond basically everybody on the show, career wise, personally. She
Hmm.
sometimes, she sometimes sticks her chest out when she don't have to.
And
Exactly.
that's what she's doing. That's exactly what right. She
That
that
Mhm.
Bravo, she's gone way farther than all of those
All of
ladies. Like
them,
you said,
all of them. Yeah.
SWV and Escape put together. Candy
Hmm.
is a household name. None of them are. So of course she's like, wait a minute now. She talking about herself, really. She's not even talking about the group. Let's just be
Right.
honest.
Yeah,
She
it's
feel
becoming
like she
personal.
should be headlining because she, first of all, like I said, she's the Bravo. And she's gotten farther than all the rest of them. And that's why she
Hmm.
feels that way.
But
That's my
I'm gonna let
opinion.
y'all know, if y'all got a Twitter tonight, baby, Twitter gonna be snatching some wigs and edges and everything tonight, baby. They was activated when the sneak peeks came out, so I know they about to be activated tonight. So if y'all don't got a Twitter, make your little troll account
Oh,
and
I
get
got a
on there.
Twitter. I'm ready to go make sure I'm following all of them too.
Because I'm telling you, Twitter is going, for the last 2 weeks, Twitter have been lit on Sunday night. But I promise y'all, get your Twitter and get to tweeting, get to tweeting, get to tweeting.
I'll be in there tonight with you then.
All right, all right. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming up again. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having us. Have a
All right, y'all
great
have a good
Sunday.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
So listen, y'all, that was fun. I enjoy having those open conversations with you all because, again, like I said, there are a lot of people who deal with manipulative parents like Mama G. And that's just keeping it a book. You know what I'm saying? Calling you out on your bluff or calling you out when you feel wrong. Don't think that when your kids are calling you out that they being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. I think, again, it should be a co-headlining situation. And then if y'all can't figure out who y'all want to come up under y'all to be the special guest, y'all can find somebody. Y'all can find somebody to be the special guest. Come on now. Eh, Get Tamika to, I mean, not Tamika, get Tasha to open up with that gospel song. Get her to open up with that gospel song. get get her to open up with that gospel song. The show should be equal like Versus was. I agree. I think that should be the thing. And if it's one night only, Candy, for real, it's one night only. One night. And you can co-headline in one night. Child. I'm just saying, if y'all want to be acting like that, get Tasha to come over. She don't want to sing with the group no way. So get Tasha to go on and sing that gospel song, sing a little few songs from that gospel album that's gonna drop on Good Friday. Okay. Make your headache say she don't want it. We don't want it. I'm just saying, do something. Do something with yourself. Do something, girl. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna talk about that. If you guys have not tuned into the video that I did yesterday, we broke down and pulled receipts from the side chick of Rocky Bivens. Okay, go check out that video. That video was hilarious. Okay. But I'm just saying, how gospel album, Ebony, I'm for real. Candy is petty. Gospel album dropping on Good Friday. That's what she said. She said the album dropping on Good Friday, and y'all need to go on and get your copy. Get your copy. What y'all waiting on? Y'all gonna get y'all a copy of the album. Y'all gonna get y'all a copy of the album. But one thing, and I'm gonna end on this, but girl, quit saying that you the fifth member of Escape, cause that ain't it. That's not it, and that's a slap in their face too. You're like, come on now, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Well, listen, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Thank you so much. Y'all go watch the video. Thank you, making your headache. Now, the chat was thick for that for the bishop. The chat was thick for the bishop this morning. So y'all go check out that video. Check out that video, cause baby, we got the bishop on together. You hear me? You hear me? What I say? But anyway, y'all, I appreciate you all for being here. I'm about to go ahead and log off. Listen, if you guys would like to bless the channel, it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And then also to those of you that are in Patreon, I'm going to promise you, I'm about to log off and work on how we can maybe watch together. Okay. So again, thank you guys so much. Don Dons, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all ride for your boy. Thank you, Ebony M, as well. You are a content creator, and you make sure you drop in and talk to us and have a good chat with us, and we appreciate you for that. We appreciate you for that. All right. Well, with that being said, guys, y'all can twerk y'all way on up out of here, but make sure you like that video, baby. Make sure you like the video. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. And yes, you could twerk on a Sunday. Hey, 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 hey.